Alright, I'm assuming that you can hear this, so, because I have the settings that accept, I think. Alright. This is one of my favorite characters, and as you can see, it is typecast after Hitman, Agent 47. 47 is the name you see there below. 47 is Spanish for 47. Okay, so I looked at the numbers here. You see at the top of each one, it has an item level. Item level face is 170, 169, 169. You see that? 170, 167, 169. Okay, so out of all of these, 171, 169, 169, 164, and 169. So out of everything, the one that really is the lowest is the headpiece. So I'm going to buy a new headpiece. And I did not have any to place until now. This is the new one. Okay, so I had others to place. But if I accept them in my current condition, it would be no improvement or very small improvement. So I have to get a new headpiece in order for these new gears to be any good. Moment. This music is a little loud for this. I like the music, but it can interfere. Okay. So the headpiece right now, you see the highest max, the max level, the lowest line on that says the max level 212. Well, for me, with the gears that I have on, the max level I could even hope for is 171. I think this one is one I bought, maybe. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so 171 is the level I'm getting. So now, before I came here, my combat rating, once you get to level 30, the level of a character is always going to be 30. So it's the level of the gears that decide the level of your character from the point that you're 30. So see here, this is 169. There's a very complicated calculation that you can go through to figure out what your combat rating is, and they have published that calculation. But before I went in, I was combat rating 193. As you can see, what I just did was I accepted the settings. The gears were in my armory. The settings I had saved had me at 193. Now accepting this new gear, I'm at 194. And one thing that is needed is a continually higher combat rating. This one requires 230 just to enter. We had been in there. The system buffs the character so that you're higher for an introductory time period. This one here, the minimum to get in is 186, I think it is. So I'm higher than 186. This one is 197. See, combat rating 197 just to get in. So with a few more points, I'll have 2 more. I didn't show you the other one. With a few more points, I'll have 2 more open to me. Okay, and this one is 197, I think. 197. So 3 more points, and I'll have this one open to me. This is Antimatter Invasion Zone. I'm not actually sure if you'd be able to hear me while we're in that loading zone. It might or might not let you hear me.
Some scientists ran into the invasion zone trying to be heroic by reverting civilians who had been turned into antimatter. Morons. However, we do need people to take things from, so grab one of the devices near the terminal and get out there.
Okay, in this area, you see that I'm
Enough
combat
fooling
rating
around.
280.
Playtime is over. Go steal antimatter technology away from the Guardians. Once the tech is in our hands, I can develop a way to fight it. Take out some of their officers too. Just because.
Yeah, talking over them is an issue for me. Okay, so we're 280 just when we enter here. But you can enter here at level 10. This here is it's a raid issue. They want 8 people. You can do it with fewer. You can do it with like 3 or 4. But you really want 8.
My guardians in Shadow Demon. Soon we shall have enough power to break into their reality. And then I will devour their universe.
Get away!
Very interesting. I've got a new thesis to test.
So one problem with these buffed areas, your armor is buffed up, so you have the higher level.
Thank you. I was
280,
almost done for.
230, 200 something. But
Look out!
your weapon does not really rise that much. It's not at 280. So you mostly depend on your powers, and you got a pretty good load of powers. At level 10 you wouldn't.
The multiple time paradoxes have made this universe
You do have some
irresistible.
powers, not the same
An endless
as
supply
at level
of
30 or
energy
higher.
for me to feast on.
So at below level 30, you don't really have a lot in powers yet. You may or may, if you know how to pick them, you may have a pretty fair setup, but it's not going to be the equal of level 30.
You must perfect the technology to dampen the exobites. clear any
Got some help on this
obstacles to my arrival.
You don't always have help. You can do this solo, or you can have some help. It's faster with help. You can't count on it.
Earth needs us now more than ever.
Nothing will be left of this universe except an endless font of paradox energy for me to feast on.
So they almost knocked me out. You never die in this. They say you
Destroying
got
some of
knocked
those
out.
Quarian exobyte interference
But
devices should allow us to pilfer and profit
when you
a bit from this
respawn-
mayhem. Get back to the base to report in.
Wait, what did I... Wait, I need the officers. I must have completed one of them. Really help? Okay, so I accepted a group. Okay, I'm done with that. I just need the officers. The Iceman helpeth me out. So there are various different kinds of powers in this game. I have the power of quantum, which is time and space. I can manipulate time and space in a localized thing.
Not bad. Bring
Yeah, I'm all
that tech
done.
back to the forward base.
Okay, so I'm done with this. So it looks like... Wait, hold on.
Some scientists ran into the
Oh,
invasion
yeah,
zone
I need
trying
the
to
other
be
one.
heroic by reverting civilians who had been turned into antimatter. Morons. However, we do need people to take things from, so grab one of the devices near the terminal and get out there.
You see how the other guy did all the work on this one?
No!
And I just took the credit. You share credit in this. He still got the credit,
Run! Run!
and you see that they're not
got-
complaining. I did him a favor,
Help! Help!
saved him time. But he got the credit, he did the work, and I get credit too because I picked it up. If I had not done anything at all, then of course I would get no credit. This Archon might kill me. Yep. It looks like if I come back here, I might have some help on this guy. It's a major deal. So I want to get that guy if I can. It's just about
Run!
the points. I get more points with it. With those big ones than with anybody else. I think it's 8. Yeah, he's being fought, isn't he? Oh, he's fighting Giganta. Okay, I don't want to deal with him then. See, if I'm alone, he'll take me down, so there's no help.
Something.
Something. What's happening? Oh.
Look out!
You see, these civilians that I was supposed to be stopping them from being transferred, changed, and now I can't deal with it because I can't get credit for doing it. So it's no good for me. I mean, I can do it, but I can still do it. But I get no credit. I'll leave it there for somebody that can get credit. So these 3 here, see that I have a remark on that. This guy here, Ginseng, he's gonna take it. Might take all 3. Well, that'd be fine.
Get away!
There you go. And I got credit. You see, that's what we did. Very good.
Help!
I don't think I want this. See, that's the big guy that's gonna appear here. Nope. Nope. Not dealing with it. There we go. That's what I need right there.
Bring the device and report back to
All right,
base.
I'm done. Oh yeah, there's one more thing, isn't there? One more thing. Let's turn it in. So I didn't do the Archons because it's really like a raid. There's more people that are needed. Okay, so this is the equipment supplier. I had it down to where I didn't have much to work with. This guy can't repair, but he can sell gears, which will improve my... Okay, so these gears are not... they're not physical. They are style. So here, this is style Crown Prince. And this is a back piece. A chest. Shoulders, you see that they're all collected. So if I look in my style, this is the style tab here, and the name is Crown Prince. Head. Clown Prince. Did I read it wrong? Feats Clown Prince then. Yeah, okay. So when I get 20, I can get these, anything below, so there's goggles, that's for eyes, shoulders, back, chest, back, and this will be gloves. So anything gloves and below would help me to complete the set. Once I complete the set, there's a feat for it. Feats, styles. I'm not sure where it is. I don't know where it is. Okay. Maybe it's here. I know that none of my characters has it completed. If it had been completed on one of my characters, I'd have it in this area here, where I could select it. I could take the feat without actually picking up all of the items. But then doing that, I would now be able to put on the style. Well, I don't know where it is. Alright. One thing to know is there are a lot of episodes. That's a way of saying DLC. This game calls them episodes. So, with my top characters, I have all of Fight for the Light and Lightning Strikes completed. Battle for the Earth, this one still has some to work on, but I haven't completed it yet. So many of these, I've got feats completed in just about everything. I see that Multitude of Sins has yet to be completed, but I still work on that. So as you go through these, this is 8 years of gaming going on here. But I've been here for 7. Okay, so the group left me. It's okay, I was going to leave the group anyway. Because what I need to do now is solo. Where is it? Oh. There we are. Okay, I'm going to pick up this quest. And that's... picking up the quest lets me go in here. These little things look like there's something to do, and it's information, but it's kind of a waste if you're pressed for time. It's cute. He got behind me. There we go. So I wonder if right now the game does not get up to, nobody can get up to 280, but here you're 280, which tells me that it's going to happen. We are going to get up to 280. I guess that's a bit of a guess, but not too far off. 241, I have seen people at 260, so 280 really isn't that far. But right now it's not possible. If they do knock me out, they have knocked me out here. If they do knock me out, I'll respawn and I'll be able to come back, so it's not really an issue.
You will not stand in the way of my vengeance!
Got some things that I can use against him. I like the music that one does. It's fun. It's from St. Patrick's Day. This is Henchman. I'm a villain, so they're called Henchmen. don't really need this, but I'm gonna use it. Okay, this is called Supply Drop. Is a way to restore my health.
Catch me if you can, chumps. Johnny's too quick
It's a
for
trinket.
you.
You see that it's timing down. Trinket has a pretty long time to run out. What am I hearing? No. Okay. So I can't use it for a pretty good while after using it once. Remember, I had 5 marks when I was in at that vendor before. Well, now I have. What did it tell me? This is all my currencies. The ones I'm looking for. Accordion crowns, 7. So that incident gave me 2 more crowns. So now I have 7. I need 20 to get, I think it's 20 to get what I need here. Now these are style items only. They cannot boost my combat rating. This guy is for repair. The reason for getting, for completing that style is you get feats. And, see, I have 55 points toward 100 feats. Toward 100, 100 would mean the next feat. Okay, so if I complete 55 points worth, then I'll get another skill point. Now my skill points are here. I can place them in weapons, flight, iconic powers, and stat points. Now this is where I put most of them. Most people will. Okay, I leave 1 skill point open because if I get some loot that is a weapon I don't have yet, I can go to the skill points, activate brawling, for instance. If it's a brawling weapon, I can accept that and then put on the weapon, and then I can go back and reset my settings so that I didn't use that skill point. I want to have this on. So I'm going to warp to my base, which is the agency. So this is a lush area that it's supposed to look like he's living in the lap of luxury, and it is pretty nice. I like it because he's you know, he's a hitman. He gets paid a lot for being an assassin. These this is an area called artifacts. I can either fortify artifacts, or I just used them so I can't, but augments. Artifacts and augments. They do different things, but they're not much different. So I want to keep building them up. But also, if I don't, they take up room. The augments, the reagents take up room. Okay, so now, since I have No, none of my gears are less than, wait, 167. Okay. 167, is that the lowest? I was thinking 169 was my lowest. 166. No, I don't have a ring to put in though. Okay, but I can improve 167. Okay, so I have a choice between control or DPS. DPS is damage per second. And this is also DPS, but I set up this armory. Remember I went to Earth, the other Earth. It needs combat rating 197 to enter. Well, in order, there's a 1 feat that you can get. You have to have all 8 pieces of armor that come from Earth 3. And it doesn't matter if they're an updated combat rating, that doesn't make any difference. What matters is that you have 8 of that one style. 8 different items of the one style to complete a feat. So that's why I have this armory set up. So I'll keep one armory with dedicated items. I saw that I could have... That's what I did. Oh, okay. So I did have an improved ring. $195 now. So I need 2 more points to get to 197. That is a joke. It's funny, but it's only funny for a while. See, it's something in this game. You look for these green and blue exclamation points that are inside of circles. This is a purple one, and it's not a real thing, but it's here to be funny. It's all about being funny. $168. Oh no. The highest level is 171. And it is 171. So those are those things that come out of salvaging. They are these here. So I've only got 1 exomaterial. Well, so I think I need 5 of them to make those improved pieces. Okay, so this is intended to be an introduction to what the game is like. I hope you enjoy it. Come see me.